Good morning, kids. Today we're going to do a two-part children's time, which means the truth that's about God is so big that it's going to take us 2 weeks to get through it. And so you're going to feel a little bit like you're on the edge of a cliffhanger when we finish today, because we won't have the final answer for the questions that we're going to ask. And naturally, since I have a really big truth to share with you about God, I brought a toy. And it's actually a brand new toy that I just bought for the children's wing here at Hope Presbyterian Church, because it is a perfect way for us to understand this big truth about God. And it's only going to come out when we talk about this big truth about God. You want to see what it is? What is that? Looks kind of like a hammer. The name of this is a gavel. And I know when I showed a picture of this to you last week, some of you said it looked like the thing that they have on the State of the Union address, which is true. And some of you have seen this in the hand of a judge. And a judge who says guilty or not guilty. And they use this to show authority, that they are in charge in that courtroom, and they're the ones who makes the final ruling, and what they say is what the law is, and there's no wiggle room. And so we're gonna talk about today that God is a righteous judge, and that God has wrath against sinners, that he has wrath against those people who do the wrong things. And it tells us that God is righteous and always does the right thing. For the Lord is righteous, it says in Psalms. He loves righteous deeds, and the upright shall behold his face. But we also, if you're really good at remembering things, might remember that the things that we do, the right choices we make, are like filthy rags. That we're sinners and that we don't make all the right choices. Maybe your mom said to you, did you think about that choice you made before you made it? Or that was not a very good choice that you made. It's because we, as humans, whether you're a child or an adult, have a tendency to do that, to make the wrong choices. And so God, being a righteous judge, has to rule us guilty. We are guilty of those sins. And I told you to feel a little bit like you're on the edge of a cliff and not being able to know what the final answer is. But I want you to think about this question. Is there any way that we can escape the punishment that comes with being guilty? Is there any way that we can escape the punishment? Because next week, I'm going to give you the good news about that. But for now, we're just going to remember that God is a righteous judge. He is in charge, and all that he does is right and good and holy. I'll see you guys next week.